Tonight, before we introduce the starting lineups, we would like to honor our senior football players and their parents. Our first senior is Jackson Meyer. Parents are Ty and Kay Meyer and sister Maggie. Jackson has played football for the past 5 seasons. Jackson would like to thank his parents and grandparents for coming to every game and for supporting him over his career. We'd also like to thank all the community members for all their support and the team through thick and thin. Jackson Meyer.
Tomorrow's gonna be our last night here. Last night being able to suit up under our light. Suit up with Colton on your chest. This is real. You're on your last time playing for you guys, and then you're gonna miss it. It's something you have to cherish every time you go out there and leave it all out there, because you don't get opportunities like that every day.
Let's get it. Time to go, time to go, time to go. Get it up. Get it up, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Something about Friday Night Lights and football that just isn't the same. If you sitting up for a football game, sitting up for a basketball game are two totally different things. There's really no sport like football. If you look at sports you can play, this is the one sport you basically can try to kill the guy next to you and be just fine. That's what it is. And so there's just nothing like it. When you're putting pads on, it doesn't feel like you're going to play basketball. It feels like you're going out to suit up for battle, basically, in a way. It's just there's no feeling like it, and it's just that adrenaline rush when you get out on the field and the first hit. I always say you're never really ready to play until you get the first hit of the game, and then you're like, okay, now it's time to go.
Life changes drastically when you have a traumatic brain injury. You go from being a hero to a zero in a matter of seconds. You thought you had friends, but then you find out a couple years later that they really weren't your friends.
He's laying on the ground. I'm looking for the ambulance. It's not coming yet. Then I'm on the field with him. And he's down, his eyes are open, and I watched him roll back, and then he was unconscious.
I was there shooting photos of the football game on the sideline around the Priest River side and the players. I didn't see the thing. I guess he got hurt or got hit hard and then brought out and then sent back in, if I remember right. We didn't use the pictures, and looking at the pictures, however, me and the editor are looking at them, at that time the editor and publisher, and as the kid gets closer, he's noticing that one eye is bigger than the other one, like a brain injury kind of deal, and I didn't pick that, and he did, and he looked at his eye, and I'm like, oh, how about that? And so that's kind of how it was. It was obvious to me he was severely hurt.
When I woke up, I thought I was getting ready to play the game. So I thought I was thinking, but I wasn't. Imagine being 17 years old, going out on the field to play and have fun with your buddies. Had a lot going for me.
Still do.
But
Just changed.
a lot.
Hey, you're trying to pull it together, remember? Don't work yourself up more. You can do it. Come on, I've seen you do it.
What I lost hurts the most. I was a very popular kid. Everyone was my friend. Nope. Not after the injury. Bobby became the loser. That's it. Russell Wilson is my favorite right now. Just because of what he does after every single game. I want to be just like him.
What happened with Bobby was a disconnect of communication where one coach said go see the trainer and the second coach said get back in the game while he's on the way to the trainer. What happened to Bobby with that human error disconnect is life-changing. So something needs to change.
I'm listening, man.
I've done some research with neck strength and its relationship to concussions. A concussion is an injury just like anything else. So it's the same as spraining your ankle. We're just better at allowing somebody to come back from their ankle injury. We seem to think since we can't see your head and your brain that you should just automatically recover. So I think the thing that goes wrong with concussions and the thing that makes concussions scary is because people don't do what they should do. It all starts with we need to get our symptoms back under control and at least return to baseline, and then we slowly add exercise back into their life. There's a huge mental component to taking a social 14-year-old and then suddenly put them in the room by themselves like that. And so now you start to get some depressive symptoms. They're isolated, they feel removed from their team. That's not good either. And so now you get a kid who's just kind of got multiple things going wrong all at the same time that could have been prevented if we wouldn't have maybe put them in a room and isolated them. Some people were like, you research concussions, why would you let your child play football? Again, I firmly believe football, there's a lot of great things about participating in sport, and again, a concussion is an injury like anything else. I kind of went with the rule if you got more than 3 in high school, then we probably needed to have a serious conversation about being done with playing sports. I feel like the benefits of playing organized sports are equally as important. So, I think you just have to be smart about anything we do.
Stay right here, let's push him back again, let's go Blue! Get in there, 12!
My name is Kay Meyer. I'm a parent of one of the senior football players here at Colton High School. So there's a lot of great heritage. Friday night football was a big thing here just because it's a small town and there's not a lot of other things happening, and so it was a really great community event. And so it just, to me, it's a really iconic American thing you do on Friday nights. Because the numbers, there's fewer guys, so there's fewer families that come. And so it's changed a little bit because it used to be like the surrounding the field was full of cars, and then you had stands full. We had a pep band that was, playing and bringing a great vibe to the game, and we used to have cheerleaders, and so all of those things have gone away, just again with numbers and not having enough people to fill all those spots. It's changed a little bit. It's not as much team spirit on the sidelines and a lot of people cheering. This year was kind of iffy there this summer. We had a coach opening, so we had to fill a coach position, and then we had to have the guys turn out after that. So still a lot of support for it, even though our numbers are small. It would just be really different if we didn't have a Friday night football game here to look forward to.
Get up there, Chris, get up there.
It's cool having 2 guys. It's because you really don't feel like you're the upperclassman. You feel like you're like everyone else. I never really liked when the seniors thought they were the big guys. I always thought that everyone does their own part equally, and so that's what I really like, is be able to have all the younger guys look up to you, but at the same time, everyone is equal because you all have to do your fair share, especially in 8-man football.
Way to go, Wildcats!
Plowing forward once again.
Kind of really does hit you that this is my last year, and you got to make every practice count you want. You have to get everything out of it.
Let's go!
Way to go, boys!
Let's go! Come on, off the field, Billy!
That was awesome!
And that's the clock runs out.
Way to go, Copeland!
Not a word. Be respectful.
Nice job. So we're still allowed to say hi,
That was just a great way to end his season, his career.